Alright. Oh geez. So, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We'll continue along with this illustration, effectively into the lighting phase. Along with the fact that I can't for the life of me find textures for some reason for fabrics. So, I'm gonna do something about, first off, the mattress. And then, color through the environment, and then it's 90% a matter of lighting. So as for the schedule, in terms of how I'm planning this week out, the idea is that this will be done before the end of the week, and then I'll have an excuse to go and e-rust on old game dev stuff, namely because I haven't coded in probably about 4 years. I read code from time to time, but I haven't actually written any code myself. So I need an excuse to go and actually do that. Okay, so I think my main problem again is, where is this? Let's see. Do I have this all separated? I kind of do. Okay, how much do I select? Oh, I select blue here. With the top, not quite, but most of the way there. I think all of this is like separate parts, which is a slight issue because I don't actually have a line stretching through the back here. The line here is kind of dodgy. Didn't really want just a fat line sticking through there. Or a hard line sticking through this. There's nothing back there. But ideally what I'd like to do here is put like a texture similar to this. What did that do? I see just a single X there. What is this? Is this just an image? Hold on. That do? What is this? No, I want to. Please grab hold of this and move it. What is this? Is this just a single X? Are you serious? I wanted a texture, and okay, that is not a texture. Let me just back this up so that's back to selecting the top of this. Why can I not find textures that just slap on and work? Kind of annoying. Sitting at a perspective, so ideally I don't want to draw in the imperfections on the mattress along with the lining myself. I'm honestly not too sure that'll end up looking like. Okay, let me see what happens if I type in something different into this search, see if I can actually find fabric textures. Is it not under image material anymore? Is it under something else? All the image materials just come up with actual reference image materials instead. Ideally, I'd just like to have a. Actually, do I have, where are these? Well, materials, color patterns, monochrome. Under patterns. Let me see if with under patterns what happens. If I don't go type image, I go patterns. I think that's a little bit closer. Quoted pattern. I think this is actually what I need. Or let's just throw this. See if I can throw this into here. Going. Why is it updating a whole bunch of stuff again? Wait, every time I open Clip Studio, it just starts updating. You know what, let me just swap the over just so you can see what I'm doing. Brick. And these floral patterns could probably be useful at some point. Probably just grab a couple of extra of these so I can have them on hand. I think even with the colored ones, if I set the layer itself to be what's it called when you set it to not color but gray? If the gray will actually work quite well, even though I have the color over it later. Chainmail. Interesting. Okay, is that gone through? Has not gone through. Blade. Read this. What is this? Selling denim. Those are like jeans? I guess that's usually the denim thing. It looks about right. Wood. That looks a little weird for wood. Well, good enough. I don't want any of the super tile patterns right now. Bathroom tile. This could be useful things. Honestly, I could have even used that for the rooftop wall wood. Sure. Water. I think I can actually find a useful water. You know, if I need to animate it, I think I need to do these lines very separated in a way. That's a problem for future me. Okay, are we actually downloading or are we not downloading? Okay, we got some issues in here. Alright, so basically what I want is to take probably a light shadowed. Alright, can I put it into here? Oh. Actually, wait a minute, because I need to change the perspective here. Because if I distort this, what happens? I need this to fit within our boundary line here. Okay, let us get rid of this for a moment. Throw this back into here. Just let it cover the whole screen for a moment. Then we're going to take the distort. Going to bring it roughly into where we actually need it. Wait, can we not go down from here? I cannot go down from here. Oh. Does it have to maintain this square shape? That is crazy. Oh, okay, that is incredibly annoying. Yeah, how about we just go further out this way? Yeah, if it's like that, and then I go like that. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, I guess we're doing it manually. Okay, so basically we have the top side of this mattress. Will this one little gap matter? Probably not, but and then do I need to first draw in some guidelines using the ruler? Let us just draw some guides. Actually, wait, no. Let's draw some guides on top of absolutely everything so that I can actually see it. That might help. Where's my... oh. Guides, so basically we want a line. Probably from here... that's a bit big. Here... 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 that looks huge. Maybe we need these to be closer together. Problem is I can't really see where I'm drawing these lines from. That looks super shady. Actually, how about going from the other side where I can see more of the base? Okay, let's just pretend we're going from about there, and then we're going... okay, we'll just use these as guidelines. Alright, how do we want to do this? So we want to... actually, what do we want to actually do? Do we add like little buttons? No, there's just like seams, right? So we need the bit where it dips, which can, in theory, be close based on the weight that we're distributing on top of the surface. And pull it in a little bit along some of these parts. So we just shade in a very light diagonal onto most of these. We can technically go... we take a color burn here, we could very lightly say between each of these, just kinda shade in like an X shape into the bit where it dips. Turn that down a whole bunch. We have like a darker detail like right in the dip area. That looks incredibly stupid. Oh dear. Hmm. Well, that ain't it. We could consider, how about go like this then? We create a circle. Like a weighted area, and then I think at minimum there just needs to be that texture on here. Maybe I should just worry less about it being properly aligned with the perspective at this point, because it's not going to work. It'd be nice if one of these could just like fit onto there correctly. It does vaguely look right if I just throw a texture on there, not worry like too much about it. Maybe if I tell this to distort just a tad. Can't really tell it just a tad when do I just live with this? Like close enough. Then we can once again go into here, select all of these parts individually, and then we go invert, and then probably switch it back to this. Then we just say pop out this whenever it sticks out of that selection. It'll just kind of fit into there. Don't know how I feel about this entirely. This is clearly made for a more vertical surface, the way it's like shaded more at the bottom. Oh dear. You totally can't see what I'm looking at because it's behind the emotes on screen. Yikes. But can do. Oh, actually, keep that selected. We're gonna go shadow. So we need to project a shadow basically from the two bodies onto the surface. Basically encompasses what a effective shadow that literally covers. Give me that too. Got a leg here projecting a shadow. It really just depends how much. I'm doing Hina's hair like that. How much light is she letting through there? That made a very packed. Maybe there's like a let's pretend there's like a slight gap between Hina's hair and Hoshino's legs there that like a little bit of light can slip through. You would say that the light comes down at a bit of an angle here. It'll still cover quite a bit here. Let's pretend okay, stretches out a little bit, covers a little bit of extra light. Why not? Just have a little bit of extra detail in there. Probably shouldn't be that closed though. Probably go more this way and be more of a gap here. Actually no, her head's kind of like covering this area anyway. Don't have any other curve here, just like go straight out this way. This is the bit where you can really see I don't really know what I'm doing with lighting. Okay, let's grab this edge. I don't want to do the same thing, right, with this. We're just gonna kind of tilt it on, just kind of pretend it fits in there. And do it again with this side. Oh. But either way, we want the surface, including the edge. Wait, there's no color there. Hold up. There's no color there, it's so funny. That's currently the sky in the back. Okay, let us take a moment here to take a very light kind of blue, while also taking into account you and you. Okay, let's use a different color that guy. Why is it not? Oh wait, refer to other layers as well and okay, that's fine. We use a yellow instead, although you go with like the greens. Need to make sure I can actually see this going in. So we actually have an edge to this mattress rather than just being transparent apparently. Unfortunately I can't just green screen at the back anymore because there's a giant skybox in the back. That is a disgusting color. That is not the color you want to have the edge on the... I mean, this is probably like sky at the back, but honestly sky at the back probably needs to change. Okay, let's just pretend that exists. Honestly, it should probably exist on this edge as well, but... Okay, then we can go 1, 2. Can we see the edge bottom edge here? We can 3. Okay. Stick this in. Honestly, I'm thinking about putting just wood grain in here to give it a kind of segmented line kind of feel. That might look incredibly weird. Okay, so anyways, let me just grab the shadow from here. But there'll still be a hard shadow based on the fact that this spot in particular is being covered. I know I should just select this. This part in particular is being covered. I probably should use a separate shadow color for the, what do I call it? Angle. But we've got a leg sticking out. And we have another leg sticking out. And will she be blocking the light from this side? Well, we won't be able to see her blocking the light from this side. Maybe like just a tad. But basically saying like this whole area, ignoring the shape of the hand, we could just say that Hoshino's head is the thing blocking the light around here. Maybe more light being blocked on this side. I'll say I should just select this whole point. Read this. Then, based on where the light is, where light sources exist, we want to say that there is more of a shadow along this edge. There's a milder shadow along this edge. Hmm. It'd be more of a shadow light directly underneath her butt. More aggressive shadow. Then we're gonna have the sunlight, which was saying is well gonna be daylight. So we take a what, orange, yellowy kind of light. We just slam it straight along here. Hmm. Okay, we'll just live with that for now. I don't know. Let us put that into a folder. What do we want to do with this? We want to have a shadow where specifically kind of hugs the connection between. I should probably just do the whole roof here, right? Where this has a shadow right against the connecting point here. Where it'll be darkest. And if the light is coming down here, this side should probably have like significantly less. This side should have more, where the light isn't going to be effectively hitting the this edge right here. This is not very even. Then along the tile, could go very broadly. We go like this, then we go like that, turn it down a whole lot. Probably turn this down a bit. Then say, what do we want? We want to go light. And we land a light like right against here. Obviously not that bright, but so it looks generally brighter around this area than it does in the other areas. Create some contrast. I'm gonna have to go over both Hina and Hoshino with the lighting again anyway. because they're facing away from the light. Can I live with that? I can live with that. Alright, let us also do some more shadow. Which is coming off basically just Hina. Should there be more of a shadow along here? Should we be blocking more light here, based on perspective? Okay, like, open a little bit up here, just so that a bit more shape of her legs. Honestly, her hair should be blocking significantly more. Okay, let's pretend that's how that's going. Okay, so I do have a cloud brush that comes with Clip Studio that I did find before, so let me just see what the heck this is doing. Let me just put the sky into a folder. Alright, so do I need to like use a white brush? What's happening here? Okay, first off, that definitely clipped against my perspective ruler, so let's turn that off. But how does this work? I just got... Or do I go smaller and go... And then literally just tell it to be white. Or like a little bit grey. Or probably a lot more. Like a little bit grey. Okay, I'm gonna go look for clouds. I know for a fact I can probably get clouds, so I'm gonna try and get some clouds. I need... Here, I need clouds. Okay, there's another cloud brush. I've downloaded this before, but it definitely disappeared with my computer wiping itself. Just see Windows. That's a brush. That's a material. Cloud bleeding. Don't know what that means, but that sounds interesting. I should really learn how to use these kind of brushes. Let's just download that. More cloud brushes. It seems like the popular way to do clouds is definitely brushes, which makes sense. What is a snow brush? We should grab that as well. Snow brushes, what's it doing? Oh, interesting. Yeah, we'll take that. Alright, let's just wait for all of that to download. Also, the sky 100% needs to be a different color. Use gradient. A very mild gradient. Okay, got a bunch of clouds in here. Are these brushes? These should be brushes, right? Kind of vaguely see them scrolling through the top right corner there. How do I do this again? I want to add subtool. So how do I create a new section of this? Is that what I want to do? Is there like a razor specifically for cloud? Where's that add to? Does it give me a new section, or is it just try and add it straight to the subtool that's currently sitting? I don't want to. Can we not make a new... How do I make a new subtool? Can I not make my own custom category? I can. Okay, go in there. Can I rename this now? All of them? Did I get them all out of there? I think I did. I didn't. Okay, canary subtool group settings, cloud. Whoa. I don't even think this is supposed to be in here. What the heck is this? Where did I get this from? Ah. Alright, well, let's try Cloud 1. What does Cloud 1 do? I just not draw. I suppose it's just like... Whoop. Go over white here. It's snapping to the ruler. Alright, ruler, turn off for a moment, will you? I mean, we just want like a little bit of like cloud cover. Could go a little bit like that and just make it very light. Tap that in there. Even like turn it down a little bit so it's not quite as aggressive there. That's kind of all it needs to do for the sky, right? Okay, so... basically, I need to go through here and actually just add a whole bunch of hard shadows, right? Hard shadows and lighting. Well, just give me, you, me this. How do I do this? I actually need to use closer to purple color for this. Hmm. I mean, it definitely look more sensible once everything is colored as well. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Really don't know how I feel about this. This will basically be fully in shadow, right? These have to glow, but the wings above them can basically be fully in shadow. Uh, can be like any light hitting her wing for the most part. And her horns kind of glow, so I don't want to mess with her horns, particularly since they're already kind of black with a glow on them. So we kind of separate her face out, then it'll be what? The bridge of her nose would be about there. Probably have a harsher line doing the separation here, but actually wait, no, there's one wrong there. Hold up. Get it out of there. What's that doing there? That should be a different color, shouldn't it? Yeah. I mean, the idea for this week is I need an excuse to finish early and actually de-rust on the game dev stuff. So that's the schedule for this week, effectively. Have something that I can actually finish ahead of time. I don't know what I'm doing with lighting. I need to like stare at some stuff for a bit. I definitely don't know what I'm doing. I should be using more orange color in general. Or I can try. Let me just try. I do this broadly over the top of her. I should just be able to take a grey and go over the top of everything. She's literally not facing the light, so I can technically just go hard on the shadow over her whole body pretty much. So like a little bit of light right along here. Basically, if I can figure out how lighting works, then that is it. That's literally the only thing that needs to be done here. Can I figure out how lighting works? Bum, 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 bum. I just need to go hard contrast the shadow against the light. That's what I need. Hmm. And oh dear. Also, the other fun bit of note for this illustration is that I've completely ignored the halos. I mean, I've done my best to get Hina's significantly more detailed halo out of the frame, but it's currently none of Hoshino's significantly simpler halo either. As much as I also very much struggled to work with that. Okay, so the light will hit more of Hoshino's body in general. I'm gonna like separate the shadow and work on it completely separately. Bottom side of her right foot here that have a shadow there. How did I not get any of Hina's hand there? Okay, what do I want to do here? I want to catch a bit of light like right along the top here. That is blinding. What is it currently doing? Bu bu bum. Bu 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 bu. Bu 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 bum. That doesn't look completely insane. Now that everything's got light and shadow. Alright, so what are we dealing with here? The most notable thing about her halo is that there's actually a 3D aspect to it where each circle floats slightly in a different plane. That's a yikes. Oh dear. Up, 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 up. Bum, 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 bum. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, so we go. Hmm. Bup, bup, hum. Hmm. Hmm. Well, let's see if I can figure this out. Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, what am I doing with this? Oh my. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. Cheers for the raid, dear. Currently in the process of losing my mind over how to get this halo into here. I think maybe we'll grab this side and we're gonna stretch this out a bit. Let's just bring that out a bit. It's going pretty well, I reckon. For the most part. I don't actually have a very good understanding of lighting, so it might look a little jank, but let's bring this in just a tad. Yeah, just stick that right in there. Where? What is throwing me off about the inner circle? Not the inner circle, the middle circle. Let us bring you in this. Well, that works, I guess. But anyways. Feel free to sit back and relax, or just mostly here to chill. While I definitely will make some weird noises as I decide whether I like certain parts of this or not. Let's see, we need to we want to make this into the pinkish color. I like that. But wait, can I not change all of these at the same time? I can't change all of these at the same time, Clark. Alright, change all of these, and then we want to slightly pull this in this way and a little bit. Okay, can I just grab this color? Nothing I can do? Okay, grab that, plop this into here. Then okay, can I merge this all down? Okay, I'm gonna make a copy of this like a smart person, and then I'm gonna merge it. 1, 2, merge that down. Then we go merge this down. Because then we need to take a glow layer. We want to go over the top of this. Then I want to go select, create selection here, and then we want to say get to there so that's not overlapping. Okay, how do I feel about, oh, I really hate the way Clip Studio does layering. It's not glowing on top of the pillow or the mattress. How do I deal with that? Okay, let's just bring this in, I can't see this. Bring this in a bit. Okay, one option here is to just straight up take this layer and put it into the background layer as oh my. Because then that would mean that there's a slight glow hanging over the top of the background layer now. Oh, in a really awkward way. This is probably not the most elegant way to do this, but also kind of just works. I need these to be the... what's a good way of... Let me just... this so that I can actually see what I'm doing. In this... There's some in here. No, there's not. That's just low below it. Worth down a little bit. Okay, so worth. Identical piece here, and then on top of here. Why does it do that? Oh, is it because it's oh right. What can I do about that? In theory, it doesn't need to glow anywhere but the background. Okay, look, what about we take this, clip that onto the lines, and then we go onto here and we decrease the intensity of that glow by a whole bunch. Probably read them. This needs to be done. Let's make this a different color. Actually, wait, no. I go black. How do I do this again? I want to go selection, create selection. Then I literally just want to take the giant as pin, just so I can recolor all of this. Oh wait. Why did I do that? I should not do that. Why did I do that? I should literally... Okay, let's make a different layer and just go like that. Then we're going to clip this down. It's going to turn into a... what's the best idea of this? We don't need to turn this back into a black... Did I change the color on this one already? Hold up, I have a backup. I already changed the color. No, wait, I haven't changed the color here yet. This is still black. Okay, give me this. This is why we keep backups. Like a smart person. Alright, let's put this into here. We're just gonna go like that. Then we want to glow on top of that. So glow on top of that, turn this. Why is this not? Okay, that makes a... That's not quite what I need. If I get rid of this layer, that... Okay, I need this to be a darkish kind of pinky layer. Yeah. But this... No, I need the glow to be sitting on here though. That's a requirement. And then if I take a grayed out kind of pink and put that over the top of... How's that? But more this way. Bit more this way. Well, that feels about right. Okay, let me just go like this, selection, invert, doesn't feel completely insane. You know, I will like to add. That's about right. All right. Okay. Is there anything that currently pisses me off just looking at it? Okay, no in particular. Very good. That's kind of where we want to be sitting. Actually, how does it feel if I go into here, select, and then remove the shadow completely from the, so that her eyes effectively glow against the darker parts? How does that feel? I mean, it doesn't change by that much when my shadow isn't that strong, but let's grab the two shadows and let us turn up. Maybe not about that. Deciding how it feels over her eye. You can like you look right here. Like this is with the shadow over the eye as well, and then this is like the shadow is not over the eye. My shadow isn't so strong because the way I color, I don't have very defined lines between my lighting. It's like say if it was like this, then it'll be like much clearer where like you just have do that and then go like that and then go like that. See that? The eye would very much stand out against the shadow around it. So it should just be like the eye all and not the eye white as well. I keep the eye white in shadow. Oh my. Alright, and here's the follows. Here's that. I'm losing my mind a little bit to how lighting works, but hopefully this doesn't look completely insane, which is usually about where I want to keep it. Just not complete insanity. Alright, let me just... Can I look at where the shadow is sitting? How do I make this darker? You need to be not... What color is not on her? Green. You can be bright green. The shadow is coming down here. Do I need more shadow around here? No, I think that's about where I want the shadow to be. I feel like I should have a line here somewhere. Where is this? Where are my lines? Is it in the... I want a line going right. Can I select just using this layer? I'll be able to, right? I want to have some extra lines right here using... I think literally just that actually helps that a little bit. I really feel like I should add more lines to Hina's hair up here. Right now it's just a lot of free-flowing parts. Man, I don't like how I did that part. It just feels like that looks It's curling in weirdly. There's a bit that's curling in a bit weirdly over here as well. Actually, how do the horns feel right now? How do I feel about the horns? I kind of want to have a minimum amount of lighting on... Oh, where's the horns? Horns. Like that, and then we're gonna get rid of the light sitting on the horns. No, get rid of the light sitting on the horns. Is the shadow sitting on the horns right now? I want her horns to like really glow when it comes to the purple parts. At least I think they're supposed to really glow. Just the have. I mean, her horns are supposed to kind of glow enough to radiate purple, which I definitely have not done. Should I add a little bit extra glow to the horns? Where's the horns? Yeah, let's add a little bit of extra purple to here. So they're very glowing. What do I want to do here? I want to go. Another glow layer, why not? I want to add the glow here. Give me a cup color from here. Give me this. I don't want to actually make it so the horns are slightly purple. So basically I just go like that, and then I'm going to turn this down by a whole bunch. Do like a really broad stroke over some of the parts. It's not like the whole thing. Yeah, like some bits still look quite dark. You do some very broad strokes over a couple parts of the horn. See how that feels. How does that feel? If I turn that up, that will be too much, but if I turn it down... Like if it's a bit subtle, it feels okay if it's a bit subtle. Put that about there. Okay, I think I'm going to keep that. Alright, next. I'm okay with the amount of light hitting the back side there. Wait, is this a bit of skybox? Right there? That might be a bit of skybox right there. Hold up. Where's the background? There's a bit of skybox back there. What is this supposed to be? This is supposed to be... the roof. Oh, where's the roof? Give me color. Let me just get in here and do a bit of that. That's supposed to be the roof. There should be a bit of shadow in here. I'm just gonna do a shadow here. Don't be too careful about this part. Actually, there shouldn't be too much shadow because this is technically not in shadow. It's like on the back. With a tiny gap between hair and skirt. Okay, how's that feel? Do I still need these? No, close. How does that feel now? Anything immediately pissed me off. That's hit one. Should any light be reaching Hoshino's hand down here? If the light is coming through here. Not in particular. Actually, with the way I've done the light against her face, arguable that light can reach your hand. Even if it does, it'll be like against the fingers and not against the knuckle. How do I feel about that part? But regardless, where is skin? I want to turn this up. I'm going to blush up a little bit here. I'm going to turn up a little bit. But I've got the lighting and I can actually go through and a little bit extra on some of the parts. Eyelid, how do I feel about that? Should this be a darker color? I feel okay with that. Maybe about put it up a little, just a tad. Eye. What's happening with the 10,000 different glows I'm using here? What's this one? Okay, that's that. What's this one? You know it's not good when going through. It's like, what is this one? And what is this? I want that on top of the pupil or below the pupil. The glow should be above the pupil, but should this piece be below the pupil or not? I think it's okay if that's on top of the... Oh... That should be okay. Wait, I added that much? Oh right, add a separate glow. The color got all funky after a while. How many layers is on the eye here? Holy shit. Oh, it's actually not that many. Only like about 8 layers. Color got funky after I messed with it, but I think the eye is largely okay. It really just depends on the part, right? A little bit of eye poking through, and then there should probably be more of a red color here. Oh, more of a red color here. How do I select this? What's the best way to select this? 1, 2. Grab a red. We're going to go along the edges a little. Not really showing, is it? Really all across the lash, but you just can't really see it because it's multiplying on top. What happens if I go there? You can turn that down a whole bunch. No. Actually, let's turn. Overlay. Well, that works. So that means that this probably needs to turn down a bit more. How do I feel about that? That feels okay. Okay, I still need to wait. I still need to do. Where is? How do I put? Does that overlay work when I have everything in folders? Oh, sure, hope it works. Overlay. I want that to only be over the top of this. Oh no. Yes, this. No, not. Sky. Sky, move out of here. Go down here. So if I go like this and then go create selection, give me that. Then I want a light orangey kind of yellow. Overlay that. Take a blue. I'm gonna take a bluish kind of sky. No, we want a daytime kind of art. Just a little bit on there, right? Ew. I feel okay with that. I need more of that. Okay, I feel okay with that. Alright, we just is I go from here? No. Am I logged into Twitch here? Is this browser logged in? It is logged in. Okay, I am effectively done for the day here, so let me see if I can book the... Okay, is anyone I know currently live? Of course not. I don't even know if any of the rituals right now are still streaming. These people still stream. I don't know, these people still stream. Alright, let me see if I can find someone to pass everyone off to. Or I could just go straight to Bob Ross. He's at the top of the art category. Would probably help if I actually like actively watch things on Twitch and pass everyone off to someone. Oh dear. Oh there, how you doing? Okay, I don't know how to use the rate. Alright, but either way, actually finished this a bit quicker than I was expecting. I was thinking this might take till tomorrow as well, but I think I am okay with where this is sitting right now. So the plan now for this week, after finishing off the piece from last week early, is so that I have an excuse to go through and see Russ from basically coding. Realistically though, I think I actually do need to do the concept art first and do the documentation first so that I have a solid idea of what I'm actually doing before I blindly try to code anything, because the problem with coding is that you don't have a solid idea of what you're trying to do, you don't end up doing anything. So I think it's going to be concept art, because I don't think documentation is very fun to watch or interesting to watch at all unless you're really what do you call it, invested in the development process. So just as a recap on the plan, right now it is to create a relatively simple shop simulator themed around HoloLive. The reason for that, one, I don't have to think about the theme. Two, using that theme, it means that if it actually ends up becoming something substantial, I can pitch it to Holo Indie and maybe get some funding to actually work on it more once it's like further down the line, because they basically want a playable version before you pitch to them as part of the submission. And honestly, right now, since I'm coming off like a pretty long effective dry spell of not having done anything related to games in a long time, it just works a bit better that I don't have to think about exactly what I'm trying to do with the game theme. So that is probably what's happening. So next time, in all likelihood, it'll be concept art, which means it's honestly going to be a lot of pretty rough sketches. Probably nothing fancy or complete or anything remotely like what's currently on screen is probably the easiest way to explain it. Alright, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of coloring. As said, next time will be concept art in all likelihood. So if you're interested in that, remember to be following or subscribed, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you again next time.